Our first story trending this week, AMC raises $917 million to weather the dark coronavirus impacted winter. Aron, AMC CEO and president, said, "Today the sun is shining on AMC." So dramatic. After securing more than $1 billion of cash between April and November of 2020 through equity and debt raises, along with a modest amount of asset sales, we are proud to announce today that over the past 6 weeks, AMC has raised an additional $917 million capital infusion to bolster and solidify our liquidity and financial position. This means that any talk of an imminent bankruptcy for AMC is completely off the table.
That was like, it was real dramatic the way
he
the way he quoted.
Like, oh,
the
feels good in my mouth.
It was like, the rumors of our demise have.
I almost said Adam Aron, and I feel like I'm thinking of the Key and Peele sketch.
Aaron was quoted.
Aron.
Yeah.
It's spelled, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I love it. The sun is shining on AMC.
Yeah.
It's a movie. Dark in there, Adam. Get it together.
We placed a couple bets out there with our bookie, and we bet on the horse that had the worst odds, and the son of a bitch made it across the finish line. Oh my God, AMC is back, baby. Yeah.
I always feel bad when I steal jokes of like, someone on the internet said this, like, I don't know who, but someone was like,
I do that to you all the time.
They were like, yeah, they sold like 4 soft drinks.
I do that to you all the time. I'm always stealing your jokes. Adam Aron was
Adam Aron.
It was so dramatic. Like you said, the sun is shining, the birds are chirping, Santa Claus is real, and everybody should be happy that your local AMC is not closing down. There were, like I said before in past shows, that I expected the bigger AMC theaters, the ones like the AMC 30s and higher, if there are, I don't know if they're higher than 30s in some places, to be the ones to shut down first, because they take up a lot of real estate. It takes a lot of money to operate those, and if there's no movies coming in, that those were going to be the first to go. The thing I was upset about was that in the rental that I just came from, I loved living in that location. I'm only like a minute away from it, but right around the corner from that house was a brand new AMC theater. And I love it when there's a new movie theater that just opens, because that new AMC smell is great, because it's like all the the sweat from people's fear from the horror movies hasn't like soaked into the seats yet.
Oh no, I love that. Give me a theater that has just like seen some ish.
When you're the first person to be passing gas in that seat, yeah, it's great. And so I loved it, because I was like, it just opened up. It was 2019. It was like the fall of 2019. I was having a blast, and then boom. Then 2020 hit, and it was just like, what's going to happen? And but they're going to make it. I mean, it's because it's a smaller it only has like, I think it's an AMC like 14 or like something like that. Like I think it's like 10 or something like that, 10 screens. But it's great. I'm glad that AMC has got that new what is it, investment, a new loan that's coming in. Now, if this doesn't work out for them, it's going to be bad. So let's hope.
Okay, so I vowed that I would not talk about this, because I don't want to box myself in a corner where I have to admit that I don't know what stocks are. But I'm pretty sure Reddit is also pushing the stock price of AMC up.
I literally, I was when I was prepping for the show, I was watching the news, and they talked about how GameStop got a boost because there was a Reddit thread for stock people, and they were talking about people who short stocks. And if you don't know what shorting the market is, that's when you, instead of buying a stock and hoping that it makes a lot of money, you bet against it. You, like, wherever it's at, what you're predicting is that it's going to fall. So you short the stock and you hope that it falls. The more money, or the lower that stock number goes from the point where you bought it at, the more money you make. You're betting against it. So all these I forgot the name of the Elon Hubbard or whatever this guy's name is, the guy that the big stock guy. He was like, GameStop is gonna fall, GameStop is gonna fail, and all these Reddit guys were like, let's get together and let's boost this stock for no reason. Let's just
basically did it to stick it to a hedge fund.
Yeah,
there was some hedge fund that was doing that, and they were like, "Not through that."
These guys were gonna make billions. They bet a whole bunch of money that this stock was gonna fail, and they're right. I mean, GameStop, other companies like the movie theaters, things like that.
AMC was one of them.
AMC was one of them. So all these guys on Reddit were like, let's. It was pretty much trolling, and I'm not. That's not my word. The news was saying this. These guys literally are just trolling these hedge fund guys, that were betting against this stock, and it will fall. AMC, GameStop, they will fall. They will eventually. If I mean, not AMC, maybe not AMC, but GameStop. They were heading to disaster. But GameStop's shares, because of this situation, went from $40 a share to over $300 a share. So if you own GameStop, you are loving life right now. You love everything. Everybody's beautiful. If you are shorting GameStop and AMC, you are ever so pissed right now because you are losing so much money. I feel like this is Tyler. Was it Tyler Durden from Fight Club? I feel like these are those guys, and they're like, "Don't f with us because we'll mess with your stock." But it's good news for AMC. I mean, they just got this loan.
And I don't want to be, we're still in this, to be clear. I feel like people are starting to act like it's over. It's like, it's not.
Oh,
but
man.
There's a definite, I feel like if y'all can get through to summer, and I feel like this was the push they needed to get through as the vaccine's being distributed, and things are going to start reopening throughout, I think, the first and second quarter of this year. Our
moderator, Joe Ryan, he's saying himself, he said, I miss my theaters. It has reclining chairs and a bar and a huge screen. So does mine. And great sound. I miss the energy of the crowd. And
my boyfriend and I were just talking about how that AMC bar always, because we'll do dinner and some drinks, and you're probably at the point of that's enough drinks, but then you go to the AMC and you're like, I gotta get a drink during the movie. Alex Naranjo says this is the new normal.
He said this is the new normal as far as the way the movie industry is going because of COVID and everything, the way how it impacted the industry. I agree. Every time I have this conversation, I'm always I'm always doing a tug of war with myself on whether or not I believe that, or if I have hope in the movie industry again. I'm always going back and forth. Where are you at on it?
I am with the slim majority that does say movie theaters will come back strong. I'm with Joe Ryan saying he misses his reclining chairs and the bar and the huge screen and the great sound and the energy of the crowd. And I think people are underestimating, because I've seen so many think pieces about how the movie industry is dead, or at least the movie theater industry and the live theater industry is dead. And I'm not saying it won't be a hard hit, but as soon as people can run back to this, they will. I think we are vastly underestimating how excited people are to have normal back, and how much they will flood back to movie theaters when it is normal. I firmly believe it.
Here's what I've been telling my friends whenever I guess I'm always on the fence, and you know what this is.
I don't know anyone where going to a movie isn't at least somewhere on the top 5 to 10 things they're looking forward to doing once they can safely do it.
Maybe I'm just an ass. I'm always, whenever I'm talking to somebody, whenever they're on one side of it, I'm going to be on the opposite side. Maybe that's what I do. So whenever I talk to somebody with that
devil's advocate.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, point of privilege. You're wrong. But what I do is, so if somebody was to come to me and say exactly what you said, then I would just take the opposite position, and then I'd be like, never underestimate the laziness of the average human being. I mean, if this year if 2020 has taught us anything, it's that people will get into their comfort zones, and the laziest route is usually where people will settle for and go and stick with. Because the example I always go back to is Blockbuster. I mean, Blockbuster had the chance to own Netflix, and they put themselves up on a silver platter. And Blockbuster was like, why should we do the whole mail movies to people's homes when they can come into our stores? Netflix, they did not underestimate the laziness of the average human, and they tried to tell Blockbuster.
But that's the exact same experience. I know we could talk about like video rental stores were kind of their own thing, but
there are a lot of people that are emailing me saying that, the theater is dead, and I love the fact that I can watch these movies at home. A lot.
I disagree.
I disagree with them too. I love my damn theater.
But I also think here's two things. One, when film companies can start, when like these movie studios can start viably saying we're just releasing this in theaters, they aren't going to want to keep releasing their stuff on streaming. They don't want people spending, whatever they're charged, $20 for their whole household. They want to get $20 ahead, and they can do that at movie theaters. So they're not going to keep releasing things on streaming, at least not big budget stuff. And the second something comes out that people really want to see, they're not going to wait. Because here's the thing. You always had the option to wait till something was on video or on Netflix or whatever. And people didn't. They wanted to see it. They wanted to know. They wanted the in-theater experience. I understand, like, as a person in the industry, and like as a person, both of us being in the field of, media and entertainment, we probably like it more than the average person, but I think the average person is going to want that experience. Date night. Here's the thing. Your girl, when this is over, is not going to settle for pizza and a movie on the couch.
Joy will not settle just for the movie theater after all this is over, because that's what I always subjected her to anyway. So when this whole thing is really all over, I can only imagine. We're going bowling. We're going dancing. We're going, rock climbing, whatever the hell. I'm telling you, I have a feeling. I mean, this is just something I say to her all the time, just to mess with her. I have a feeling that I'm gonna be saying stuff like, "Oh man, white people." I'm gonna be saying that a lot because she's gonna make me do a bunch of stuff that I'm not gonna be comfortable with. I always do that to her. It's funny because just to, I guess, peek behind the curtain of my personal life. Joy is not into all those things that black people think all white people are into, but I always still say it just to get on her nerves. But that's just a stupid joke that I do to her. But no, you're right. I feel like, you know what? I guess that's why I'm always on the fence, because I can be convinced of either or. I'm so hopeful that when we get that herd immunity and when it all gets said and done, and hopefully if the mutated version of it doesn't, take over and the I Am Legend plot kicks in, that we get back to, that people will just like get a booster shot of enthusiasm, be like, yes, let's go back to the theaters, let's go back to normal.
It's gonna blow the heck up. I can't imagine it not.
Right.
Listen, if I'm wrong, whatever that looks like 6 months, a year from now, you can come back here and tell me you told me so.
And if I'm right, then at least my date nights with Joy will be cheap as hell, because I am a cheap bastard. But as the question is, guys, let us know what was that the questions and the poll. Yeah, we already did the poll.
If you like what you saw, make sure to subscribe to the channel and please drop a like on this video. It really does help us. Also, don't forget you can turn on notifications so you don't miss a single review, react, why is that trending, or we got your mail.